So with World War III looming on our heads, I wanted to go over this quick clip of Tucker Carlson actually doing something right for a change and grilling Ted Cruz on one of their shows. I don't remember exactly whose show it is. I don't really care either. But Tucker Carlson classically follows the rules of broken clocks. He's right twice a day. Okay. Tucker Carlson, as we all know, was fired from Fox News for being a liar and playing a character. He's full of shit, but he does have good points and stuff sometimes when he's not just being a paid propagandist. If you remember correctly, after Trump lost the 2020 election, there were secret text messages of Tucker Carlson saying, "I'm glad I don't have to deal with Trump anymore. And, Trump fucking sucks," and all this stuff. And then he snuggled up to power again. And now Trump is once again ousting Tucker Carlson. So we're going to go ahead and just watch Tucker actually press Ted Cruz on some questions.
How many people live in Iran, by the way?
I don't know the population.
At all?
No, I don't know the population.
You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple?
How many people live in Iran?
92 million.
Okay. Yeah,
How could you not know that?
I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why is it relevant whether it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million?
It's relevant because this is a place that could very well be nuked by Israel because they are fucking war hawks and they want to kill everybody in the Middle East. And I got a clip after this showing you that Netanyahu's been just chomping at the bit to get at Iran. He's been chomping at the bit for the past 30 fucking years to get at Iran. And we finally got a dictator in office that's going to green light Israel attacking Iran.
Well, because if relevant? You don't know anything about the country...
I didn't say I don't know anything about
Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay, this is cute.
It's not even... You don't know anything about Iran. So
okay, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government. You're the one who claims anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea.
For those of you who don't know why Ted Cruz is saying they're the ones trying to murder Donald Trump, it's because Netanyahu came out after the Trump assassinations and said it was a paid operative from Iran that tried to assassinate Donald Trump, which we know is fucking complete bullshit. It was a crazed right-wing lunatic that was mad because Donald Trump wasn't right-wing enough or some shit like that. But it's all out there in the open that the original assassination attempt, I don't really count the other one because dude never popped off a shot. He was just there with a gun. But that guy was a whole nother crazy also. But this is just scaremongering to start a war, saying it was Iran that did this because they've been trying to get in Iran for quite some time.
To kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad.
You don't believe they're trying to murder Trump?
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that...
We're carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Well, you're breaking news here because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied on behalf of Trump that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity.
No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
We are supporting Israel.
High stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, people are listening. Ted Cruz, he's such a smarmy bitch. I mean, this is the guy that when Texas went down from ice storms a few years back and people died from freezing to death because their power grid wasn't up to par as it should be because Texas doesn't believe in regulations. He was in Cancun chilling with his family. He was fine. What does his constituents matter? Like, who the fuck are they? Are they an Ivy League educated fucking lawyer that turned senator, piece of shit, that ran for president, and Donald Trump called his wife fucking ugly, wouldn't even bang her with a 10-foot pole, and then Ted Cruz immediately bends a knee when Trump takes power? That Ted Cruz, huh? Yeah. Dude, this guy fucking, he is a paid operative by the Israel lobby. Let's get that clear. There are a lot of paid people in our government from the Israel lobby. They hold a lot of power here, and they have for many, many years. And I'm going to show you this next clip of Netanyahu scaremongering Iran for the past 30 years.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year. It could be within a few months.
They have the wherewithal,
2018.
stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to do it.
Iran is
2015.
So weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to have
2006.
25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Ladies and gentlemen,
96
time is running out.
Iran will be capable
95
of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to...
So Netanyahu's been pushing this Iran is the bad guy for the past 30 fucking years. There's probably more clips of him prior to this, but we have in this video clip 30 years of him saying, oh, Iran is, yay close from being able to build a nuclear weapon in their facilities. Oh, they're a year away. Oh, they're 3 weeks away. Oh, they're 6.5 months away. It's complete, utter bullshit scaremongering tactics just to try to get at them. You know what really did happen? Obama got us in the Iran nuclear agreement, and Iran was following it to a T, right? They had people coming in, regulating their nuclear research, making sure it was just for nuclear power. Then Trump came into office, and within a couple years, he pulled us out of the Iran nuclear agreement. So we're not regulating them anymore. We had a regulatory body in there. There's still a international body, I believe it's called the IAEA, that still goes and regulates them. And IAEA has stated that Iran has not made any nuclear weapons. They're still doing their research, but they don't have any nuclear weapons. And this might be a hot take from me, but I think they should be able to make nuclear weapons if they have people like Israel targeting them. Israel has nukes. Why can't they? I mean, who are we to say who can and can't have nuclear weapons? Look at North Korea. The reason we don't fuck with them that much is because they have nukes. As soon as nations give up their power, they're under our thumb. I mean, for how much longer, that's up to our government to decide. But as it stands, we are the world police, unfortunately. And it's fucking crazy that people fall for this warmongering shit. And it's not just the warmongering shit. It's paid Israel lobby. Point blank, that's what it is. There's no getting around it. Trump is going to attempt to get us into World War III. And I have a theory on that. He's going to try to cause something really big between Israel and Iran so he can do some kind of war times power and try to stay in office like a real life dictator. Say, well, we can't do elections right now because we're at war. We shouldn't be putting the manpower towards it. Our government has other things to prioritize, so I'm just going to stay in office indefinitely, until the war's done, of course. Dictator's gonna dick. Dictator's gonna dick. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you think of all of this World War III talk. I mean, it's pretty scary to me, but, you know, what are you going to do about it? You know, we don't have nukes. We can't tell our government not to do something. But like the video if you like the video. Subscribe would really help the channel grow, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.